free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take. Going harder, we are more than numbers, standing in this aid. Going louder, we are all one color, standing in their way. Join the army of the shadow. Join the army of the shadow. Join the army of the shadows, shadows, shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers, standing in their shade. Going louder, we are all one color, standing in their way.
Seems the soldiers I left here have made good use of time. We got the ballistas set up, and I can see one tower up there. Let's see how things are going inside here. Little roof for the smeltery and increase the size of the furnaces. That should be good. Rain shouldn't play a part, and whether or not the forge will work. Extended the wall so this should now be secured, and have another outpost tower. That's good. So that we should be able to hold this pretty easily now. The guards seem to be walking patrol routes and just monitoring the overall area. Let's see. They cleared out the forest, so it could probably make use of this space. Probably make a storage shed here so that the items they create are not just sitting in boxes out in the middle of nowhere. And open to thieves, as that would be dangerous if somebody came in and thieved some of our unique weaponry. So definitely want a type of warehouse or supply shed. Maybe somewhere to quickly gear up to. Don't necessarily need a barracks, as the Dread don't need sleep, but having somewhere to easily resupply gear could be good. And then having a command table. A house with a command table and a place for me to rest could also be really good. Because that would enable me to actually use this outpost for a place for me to go and rest when that is needed, and not have to sleep in a tent or something. After all, I need sleep, unlike the Dread. I guess house could also be good in case Rosie or something needs to stay here at the outpost. So a command shed would be good, and then I guess house would also be good. Let's see how this tower is going. Let's see. The walls over here seem to still be in construction. Need to have the supports put in, and also the little top bits for the archers to peek over. And then also need the walkway, it looks like. Seems the wall is still being worked on the inside, just have the exterior of the wall done. Looks like the archer towers are already loaded up in bows. It seems like or they have a decent amount of arrows, but there's some boxes here that I'm assuming are laid out to still be filled up over time. But pretty good in terms of supply for Hydra arrows, the filling arrows. Some infrared arrows, which are also pretty nice. No tide arrows, but that makes sense. You're not gonna fight in water. We're in a mountainside, so tide arrows would be just a waste of resources to use in these towers. Seems these towers are well manned. That's good. Good vantage point as well as a bit of a blind spot closer to the tower. But that's fine. Blind spots can always be covered by the walls and the troops in the ground. These towers are mainly take out the attackers from afar. Don't really need to be shooting from the tower if they're right on top of you, do you? I'm assuming you three are, well, I'm assuming you two are in command and you're manning the ballista then. Let's see. It seems to be functional, that's good. If there's ever an attack, this siege weapon will be very nice in destroying their army and any siege weapons they bring. Should be able to cause some really big damage. That is good. Very good. After all, the more secure this is, the better off I am. Do need to have a marker for this ladder up there. It's hard to find. So that's something that needs to be added to the list here. Overall, it seems that everything's going well here. That's good. I'll probably just go and supervise for a bit. Try to help out as much as possible just to continue making progress on things overall. Getting a command where you built a storage shed is crucial, I believe. Um, these logs here should be useful in the future, so probably get these moved to a supply shed or something just to be refined as resources later on. Could maybe expand further into the mountain pass up here in the future, but I don't really know if this space is needed or not. If we expand up here too, it could potentially weaken the defenses, it seems. Yeah, it seems the mountain pass is a bit more open up here, so it could potentially be a risk to expand up here. However, in the future, if we need more room, we always have this up here, so that is good. Well then, I suppose I should just get to work.
What is all of? Hey, pardon me. Was this a land we hear by Rose? This is very close to Dragonland. Okay, um, just bring me whoever's in charge, please. Little weird. I guess I'll wait here then.
And this is the brick foundation of the command center. Should be enough. We can put a command table right here once we get the flooring in. Maybe he put a bedroom for me on the second floor. And this should be sufficient as a command building. Just need enough room for numerous people to see whatever plan's going on or whatever's happening at the points. A little bit of gear for me if I need to run out, and stairs or a ladder to go upstairs. There's for a bedroom. Seems like the sun has set. Surprising how long that took. Though I suppose it does take a while to put the stone, place the stone, and repeat the process until we have a foundation such as this. You have a message for me? So there's somebody at the gate. Interesting. I suppose that does explain why it feels like somebody similar to Rosie is nearby, but it's a lot fainter, more diluted. Interesting. I will head over there and check that out. Thank you for reporting to me. Well then, now what do we have here? Oh,
Oh, hello there.
so you're the one whose signature matches Alia? I suppose that makes sense. The
I mean, she is my sister, so.
Yes, I suppose it makes sense that the only semi-competent delivery a men's signature would match yours if you're related. Um, I suppose you can come and have a look around. Don't mind the dread. They don't, bite unless you piss me off.
Yeah, looks like a nasty bite.
Oh, they're truly harmless unless you're from the kingdoms, don't worry.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is the forge that, I've got up and running to replenish my gear. It's quite handy having the dread working on it, especially since unlike normal soldiers, they don't need rest or sleep.
That does seem fairly useful.
Yes, this outpost is relatively new. Needed a new place to start basing my operations out of instead of a tent just in the middle of the Dragonlands.
Yeah, I've nearly tripped over it a couple of times.
How do you nearly trip over that tent? That tent is not small whatsoever.
Same way I just ran into that door, not paying attention.
How the hell are you alive?
Um, to put it frank, Alia's saved my butt a couple of times.
And how the hell is she alive when she charges Medusas without a blindfold?
Only the gods would know.
Oh my god, I swear. That delivery woman was lucky I saved that one time, and then, oh, you're even worse than she is. Okay then.
Eh, at least I carry around food.
Okay. But, as you can see, we have a ladder going up to the ballista in the tower up there. It's that tower is more stocked than the far tower is. The far tower is more newer, as is this wall is still under construction. But overall, operation so far is going well. It's should be able to have plenty of the weapons I may need, such as this poison Myra mixed blade in the hands of this soldier here.
Ooh, that's a real pretty blade.
I would recommend not touching it, as pretty as it is. The poison of
Oh, I
Myra is not.
deadly. That's okay. Ugh.
Yes, it's not fun. Especially if you don't have special blood, such as we do.
Or, well, some of them no blood at all.
Oh, they bleed.
They do?
It's just black.
Even if... Huh. That's rather peculiar.
I mean, they're not a skeleton. They're just a. Some of these are just normal Noctua who've succumbed to dread. Some of them are just plain dread summoned by Lord Aether. Others are just dread I've summoned. Overall, hell, they're still just mindless husks under my command, as they were not given the gift of independence. But
Yeah. Well, at least they're useful to have around, right?
oh, much more than useful, don't worry. One of these could probably deal with at least 4 Valley's guards. After all, the delivery men are incompetent. If you come up here, you...
Any incompetence is purely on their fault.
Yes, I've heard Alia has
I-
been given the task to retrain them, as pointless as that is.
Gonna ignore that cow.
Yeah, the wildlife like to roam around here, don't question it. They do their own thing.
Nah. I don't want to.
But as you can see, we have a ballista station up here for if the kingdom's decided to lay siege. While unfortunate it may be, I am fully prepared for any dragons they may have under their control and to shoot them out of the sky. After all, putting them out of their misery is better than leaving them enslaved.
Agreed on that.
Now, oh, don't mind the horizon. It's a bit ransacked, but it's what it is.
It is what it is.
In time, it may be developed. I've yet to decide. But
Oh, this is a nice little base of operations.
as you can see, in some of the crates here, they've already begun stocking up on their supply of arrows. Decent amount of Hydra poison arrows, which I recommend you not touching. Although you should be fine, you do have a small trace of dragon blood.
Yeah.
After
It can be nasty.
I mean, yeah, but dragon blood is pretty much the only cure to Hydra poison, so you should be fine. And then we have a stockpile of bows here. And up here we have some guards stationed. It's quite nice. It should serve well. I plan to eventually set up a command center, which is what that building that's in construction over there is actually. Plan to put a command table and possibly a rest area for me, and maybe a supply shed down there. Probably a secondary forage area, and then a guest house maybe. I've yet to decide.
Definitely a great vantage point.
Yeah.
Plus, you got the high ground, so.
Yes, when I discovered this place, I just knew I had to put the outpost here. After all where the gate is, it's extremely defensible due to the natural landmass. After all, it's in the middle of 2 mountain passes. You can't.
Additionally, while there may be a forest over here, you've got this giant open area they have to go through in order to even reach the front gate.
That is correct. leaves the kingdoms at a little bit of a disadvantage, which is quite nice. If they ever decide to come here, I will see them coming before they even get near.
That just makes for some easy kills.
If you come down here, we can walk along the wall. And the nice thing about where this gate is located is you can't necessarily bring a siege machine through a mountain, can you? So, how, if they do try to siege in, they either break down the wall over there on the far side, or they have to come through this gate, which this gate is highly defensible, especially with the incline it is placed on. Any troops that wish to come here will have to run it uphill.
And there's no way they can sneak up on the left or the right.
That is correct. It is like a bridge, you can say. It will cause a bottleneck in their troops and they'll fall one by one. After all, you can bring an army as large as can be, but when only a small force can engage, does it really matter? Overall, this operation is still a work in progress, as can be seen. But...
It's looking like it's going a good place. Let's see.
Anyways, how is as Elliot would say, the Cookie Monster's sister? And you doing any issues with the kingdoms?
No issues so far. There's been a slight hiccup, but nothing I can't deal with.
May I ask what this hiccup may be? What it may entail?
A guard in the Fire Kingdom snuck up on Gal when she was out at an outing, and I woke up to her crying and blubbering about having, beat some guy's skull in. It happens all the time, so not
The delivery
too
man.
big of a problem.
The delivery man probably asked for it and put himself in the situation, so it's most likely deserved.
Probably.
Excuse me, Cal. But
Sorry to step on your back, Cal.
yeah.
I can survive this.
But yeah, as you can see, hey, weapons are pretty good for me right now, such as Troll Warhammer, the Myramex blades. Up there, you saw the Fairy Scepter. One of them also had a Cockatrice staff, such as this. Pretty good
Yep.
right now. Oh, and these
Definitely
Stephilian
prepared in case
daggers are also
anyone
fun.
attacks.
These things are also fun as well.
They seem like they'd be fun.
Yeah, but that's about it for this outpost. There's not really much else for it right now. It's still in construction after all.
I'll have to swing back around again when it's done being constructed. Always good to see a nice fort before a war.
Yes, I suppose that is true. Oh yes, and I'm sure you've seen in what I would guess would be Frost's favorite dread on the way in.
Oh, absolutely. She would love these things.
They're just adorable puppies, aren't they?
Honestly, look at his little derpy snoot. Like, they're adorable. Alright, well, I ought to get heading out.
Alright, well, I'll see you around, Aki. Well,
Have a great one, man.
Well then, that was another episode of DLL. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I will put the Discord link for the Legend Discord down in the comment section, so feel free to join that if you want to further support our group. This is Sithir signing out. Peace.